All right, thank you, gentlemen. Now we're going to go to cockpit. Yes, thank you for that. Appreciate it, Kristen. Thank you so much. We're going to go to the cockpit of the Pace Plank pilot.
Gentlemen, you have a right.
There it is.
Okay, folks, this is our UK buddy, James Stringer, giving the commentary, and he's already said, you have a race. So look to your right, folks. Here is our Sport Bronze coming down to shoot. All these guys are vying for the front of this line to get to that guide pylon up ahead with the lights. Now the guy Jason Roby on the pole looks like he didn't get the whole shot, but he has a lot of steam that he can build up, being he has a bottle of nitrous in the back seat. Okay, so it's going to be a little tough to see him until they get on the back side of the course, but it looks like they're all coming up on that guide pylon, and it looks so far they're all staying in their lanes. They have to stay in their lanes until they get on the course, because otherwise it gets a little cozy with an airplane right next to you, just a couple feet away. Okay, on the back side of the course, it looks to me like Jason Roby, followed by Paul Downing and Rick Vanham, and look up top, Dan West has got his supercharger dialing up, and he's making a move already on third place, Rick Vanham. So our fourth place runner, Dan West, looks like he's already putting a pass on, because he kind of had an opportunity to let it spool up on that chute. And there they go into our Valley of Speed as they come up and around pylon 7, 8, 9. So look to your left, folks, here they come. Looks like so far it's Jason Roby, Paul Downing, and I think it's going to be Dan West in his very, very fast RV8. From the left, here we go. We're going to sort it out right now. Who's on first and what's on second? So from the left, looks to me like Jason Roby's got a comfortable first, and Paul Downing getting passed now by Dan West. Then we got Paul Downing, Olivier Vanguard, Rick Vanham, then we got Chris McMillan and Dee Child. So here we go. They're going to be tearing it up right now, folks, and they're going to transition now onto the sports course, which is only about 6.5 miles long compared to the original first lap that was done on the Sport Gold, which is 8.3 miles long. So here they are on the backside. We can kind of still see them. And it looks like Jason Roby's still holding off Dan West, but he is pouring on the coals, and I expect to see another lead change very soon. Looks like Dan West is putting his moves on Jason Roby now. So this thing is very dynamic, and it looks also like Olivier in that big Epsilon has found the nitrous today. So on the back stretch, which we call the abbreviated Valley of Speed, I think we have Dan West making his move on Jason Roby. And we'll see if he's gotten past him. Looks like he has, but we'll know better when they come by the front. Now Dan's because if he runs out of nitrous, he has to pull the power back, and he slows down dramatically. So from our left, looks to me like it's Dan West. Oh no! It's still Jason Roby holding off Dan West. So Jason Roby in first, Dan West in second. We've got Paul Downing being patted by Olivier Vanguard. Then we got Chris McMullen making a move on Rick Vanham. I got to tell you, this is a dynamic race. Amazing. There's about 5 passes on that first lap. These guys really were holding back, or else they found something else to put in. So here we have first place Jason Roby, second place Dan West. Looks like Paul Downing so far is holding off third place. Fourth place, the Epsilon flown by Olivier Vanguard. Then we got fifth place Chris McMullen, sixth place Rick Vanham, and seventh place Lee Child. So here we go around the backside of the course. Not the easiest to see with the clouds and the background the way it is, but looks to me like Jason Roby is still holding off Dan West. But we'll see what happens. I got a feeling he's going to wait till that last lap to pounce on him. But this is a good race from the left. These guys are going around pylon 6 right now. And then they're coming up on pylon 7, 8, 9. Here they come from the left. We have Jason Roby. We have Dan West, first and second. Then we have the Epsilon has made the move on Paul Downing. So the Epsilon is now in third place. Good job. Then we have Chris McMillan after he also made the move on Paul Downing. So I gotta tell you, this thing is moving around real well. We've got Olivier in third, Chris McMillan in fourth, Paul Downing in fifth, Rick Vanham in sixth, and D. Child in seventh. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 passes, different passes in this race already. So that always makes it fun. Kind of makes it tough for me sometimes because I can't tell who's out there till they come by in the front. So right at the moment, Jason Roby appears to be holding off Dan West for that first place. So this is a 6-lap race, folks. So we'll be seeing the white flag in a couple laps from now. And that moment will tell us if Dan West has any more juice left. Because right at the moment, I think he's just holding back on Jason Roby, but keeping a position that he can make a move. So from our left, here they come. First place, Jason Roby being followed by Dan West. All right, this is a very, very tight race. And my guess is Dan's gonna pounce, and he's already starting to make his move. Then we got Olivier. He's getting pushed by Chris McMillan. I gotta tell you, Chris did something last night because that plane's a lot faster today. Then we got Paul Downing, followed by Rick Vanham. And then we have D. Child in that big old Glass Air 3. Okay, folks, I got a funny hunch that Dan's gonna start moving up on Jason on this lap. He probably figures that he better do it soon because if Jason pushes him out or anything later in the race, it's going to keep him from passing. But right at the moment, Dan West is right on Jason Roby's tail. It's hard to tell. You can see Dan, but if you look below Dan, you can see this darker airplane, and he is right on his wing. So we'll see as they come around. They're on pylon 6 right now. They'll be coming around to the front after they make it through this abbreviated valley of speed. But boy, Dan is putting on the coals, and you can bet Jason's feeling. Okay, so Jason's gonna take the white flag on this lap, and that will tell me that Dan West is gonna start pushing. And look to your left, folks. Here they come. Jason Roby, and he's got Dan West right on his tail, and I got a feeling that this is the lap. They're taking the white flag, so this is the last lap. They got to make a move if they're going to make a move. Look at Chris McMillan. What did that guy do overnight? He's found at least 10 miles an hour. He's a lot faster than yesterday. Then we got Paul Downing, followed by Rick Vanham. Then we got D. Child in that very pretty Class F3. So on the back side, Dan is starting to put the moves on Jason. So right at the moment, Jason's still got him by about a fuselage, so we'll have to see if he can catch him, because Jason has the edge being on the inside. All right, folks, if you look right about our 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they're coming down into the Valley of Speed, and they are neck and neck. So Dan West is probably looking at that temperature gauge saying, can I get a couple more inches of boost, or will it be fatal? So here they go, coming around pylon 7, 8, 9, ready to come down the straight. Here's that checkered flag, it's out. Is Dan gonna make a move, or can he even make a move? Because Jason is flying a really good course, and here they come. Dan's making a move. Let's see if he can get him. Here they come, neck and neck. It's gonna be a photo finish, and he can't get him. Jason holds him off. Dan West second place. Look at that, Chris McMillan making a move. Wow, that was a great race. That was a whole bunch of racing inside a race. And then we got Paul Downing, 5th place, followed by Rick Vanham, 6th. They're gonna take that red checker flag. Pulling up.